Hello and welcome to Arvada Insights. I'm Arvada Mayor Mark Williams. On today's show, we're meeting the leader of District 2 in Arvada. He's served on City Council since 2007. He's also the one City Council member who could definitively beat me at arm wrestling. Please welcome Mark McGoff.
Good morning.
How are you today, Mark?
I'm doing fine.
Great. Mark, you do have a reputation of being a fitness fanatic. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm not sure fanatic is the right word, but I do reserve some time each day in my schedule for physical activity. And I'm also very concerned about my nutrition, so I guess it is fair to say that I'm very definitely interested in fitness and wellness.
And it shows.
Well, thank you.
Another thing that you're very involved in is, as part of your district, is the Old Town area. And there's a lot of different things going on with that, involving a lot of different committees. Talk to us about that.
Okay, the central thing that's going on is the building of the Gold Line station, the construction of which will be finished in about 2015, ready for operation in 2016. And so there's a lot of preparatory work for that. There's realignment of some of the streets. We have to decide what kind of buildings we're going to allow if there's increased density in the area. So we're looking at a whole variety of aspects of Old Town. And in order to get there, we're taking the advice of our Gold Line Advisory Committee. It's a citizens committee, and talking about the station and how we deal with things. We're conducting a study of the Ralston Road corridor, and in recent years we have developed Old Wadsworth Boulevard and the Grandview landscape. So there have been a lot of things that have happened in Old Town over the last few years, and they will continue to until the Gold Line station is built, and then of course beyond that too.
Now also within your district is the Sheridan station. What's going on with that?
Well, the Sheridan station will be located just east of Sheridan Boulevard and below 60th Avenue. And over in that area there's a lot of preparatory work. First of all, about the station. That station will serve our industrial area, primarily in East Arvada, so we're hoping that it will provide transportation for commuter workers into that area. But in order to make that station work and the whole neighborhood work, we're embarked on a couple of big projects. One is the widening and the reconstruction, the rebuilding of the Sheridan Bridge. And we're going to be adding walkways and bikeways to each side of the bridge between Ralston Road and 60th Avenue as it crosses over the two railroad stations. And we'll be rebuilding the intersection at 60th Avenue to allow better vehicle access and travel through that intersection. And we're also, I kind of like this idea of the widening of the sidewalk along the south side of 60th Avenue between Sheridan Boulevard and Wolf Street, because right now it's a very narrow sidewalk, and the much wider 8-foot wide sidewalk will invite a lot of pedestrian activity in that area.
Sometimes we in Arvada get some criticism that we're ignoring the east side. It's obvious that there are many projects going on the east side and that you've been a champion for those, and I think that's terrific.
Those two are particularly important, the bridge itself and the Gold Line station. But we're moving into the development of a new park. Last year the city completed a purchase of about a 7-acre site, and we will be developing that. We'll be meeting with community groups this year. As you know, we like to involve the citizens of the neighborhood to ask them what kind of things they like in the parks. And so we'll be meeting with those groups very soon and developing that park. So we should have that ready to go in a year and a half.
Mark, you've been leading a series of hikes along the Arvada trails, and I think you probably know about our trail system than almost anybody else around, between your hiking them and snowshoeing them, things of that nature. Talk about our trail system.
Okay, well, of course, let me tell you first about these most recent hikes. We had a series of 4 hikes in the city, in the 4 kind of corners, if you will, of the city, in trying to acquaint or reacquaint people with the trail system that we have and the various access points for the trails. And what we continue to do with the trails is to expand, to refine, to make sure that they're safe. We'll build in new crossings, new wayfinding signs along the trails. So the trail system goes, of course, all the way from Highway 93 over to nearly to Sheridan Boulevard on the Ralston Creek Trail, and the Little Dry Creek Trail, the other east-west trail, goes all the way from the Sheridan all the way out to Elkhire. So it's a wonderful trail system. So we've got good trails, and I do enjoy them a lot.
Well, I think it's been terrific how you've been reintroducing a lot of citizens. I went on your most recent hike with you, and it was great to see so many citizens who were interested in taking those hikes. Your knowledge of some of the history, your involvement with the Arvada Historical Society, your involvement in trying to keep people healthy, in addition to everything else you do for your district. I think those are extra values that you bring back to the citizens of Arvada, and that you, as I said before, you are truly a champion for your district. I'm thrilled to have you as part of the Arvada City Council.
Thank you very much.
It's been great having you here today.
And I've enjoyed my time with you.
That's great. I'm Arvada Mayor Mark Williams. That's another edition of Arvada Insights. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and that's a wrap.